Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and what Joe Biden did just 1 hour before the attack on former President Donald Trump, it's raising some alarms in the White House. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Guys, Old Man River, he's had it. He's really had it. Let me explain something to you. Saturday was a tragic day in the history of this country. It will go down in history. People will ask you decades from now where you were on that day, on the day when an assassin tried to take out one of the greatest presidents we've ever seen. It was a dark day in American history. But it was even darker, well, maybe not darker, but it was still dark for Joe Biden. See, 1 hour before the attack on former President Donald Trump, the story of the day was going to be that Joe Biden had a performance on a Zoom call with mega donors that was worse than his performance at the debate against former President Donald Trump. Worse. Absolutely, almost impossible to imagine how he could have had a worse performance, but apparently he did. And the donors were going to call publicly for him to step aside. Today, Adam Schiff called for him to step aside. We don't want this guy to step aside. And they don't care about the country. They don't care about he's failing because now he can't do his job. No. They're worried about the election because Biden's getting his tail kicked by President Trump. I'm starting to think they may actually go to the extreme here and use the 25th Amendment to remove him from the presidency. But even if you do that, he's still got the delegates to be the nominee in 2024. And he could just be like, you know what? To heck with you guys. I'm not giving up the delegates. I don't know what's going to happen here, but there is a mutiny in the Democrat Party. I want you to watch this report on it and let me know what you think in the comments.
And money drives politics and campaigns.
Unfortunately.
The donors are quoted all over the place saying they don't want him on the ticket. They don't want to give the money. And yet I imagine the DNC is out there telling Democratic voters, not only do we want you to vote for Biden for another 4 years, but we want your money, your hard-earned money. That's a kind of a stretch for me.
Well, there has been a lot of ink spilled, or digital ink, I should say, about how money has dried up. There was a big New York Times piece about $90 million that wasn't coming in from the top dollar donors. I was speaking to a Democratic fundraiser during Biden's press conference last week, and he said that he got a number of texts right afterwards that said we're back in, that it was enough confidence to win. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that it flies in the face of the Axios reporting that we are resigned to losing. That is not going to happen. Whether people are focusing down ballot or on the top of the ticket, the money will flow. On the lurching leftward here on the Supreme Court thing, I just want to say it is an overwhelmingly popular position for there to be term limits. And that's everyone. That's senators, that's congresspeople, and it's the Supreme Court. And part of what President Biden is proposing is to have ethics standards. And we do not talk enough about the relationship with between Clarence Thomas and Harlan Crow. What?
And Sonia Sotomayor.
Oh, what did she do? Her books?
Yeah.
Or Elena Kagan, who sent back bagels? Are you kidding me? These things are completely incomparable. And ProPublica has done incredible reporting on this. It has been under-discussed. And that's the kind of things that Joe Biden is talking about. And that does resonate with voters.
I got to get MK in here one last time here. This argument to the side. What about this moment last night? What about going back 8 years ago where it seemed like half the Republican Party was on his side and now just about everyone is on board the Trump train?
Yeah, look, I think there couldn't be a more perfect recipe for unity. Unfortunately, though, it was traumatic, whatever.